From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages and extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides in the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Karim Zimik, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will give you a glimpse of our country's diversity. The festivals in India are associated with different folk tales and stories that have been inspiring the humankind morally and spiritually for ages. Such is the folklore of Devi Savitri, whose devotion brought her husband back from Lord Yamraj. Today, Savitri is worshipped as a goddess, and every year women pay their obeisance to her on the occasion of Vat Savitri.
India is the land of festivals that are celebrated extensively across the length and breadth of the country. Many of them are associated with popular folk tales and epics that have inspired generations. One such tale is that of Devi Savitri, a brave woman who compelled Yamraj, the Hindu god of death, to give a new lease of life to her dear husband, Satyavan. Every year, Indian women offers obeisance to Savitri in the form of Vat Savitri and pray for the long life for their husbands.
वट सावित्री का महत्व तो हमारे यहाँ विविध प्रकार से धर्म ग्रंथों में, पुराण ग्रंथों में उपाख्यान है, जिसमें प्रमुख रूप से सत्यवान और सावित्री की कथा का आख्यान प्राप्त होता है कि एक माता सावित्री जो है व्रत के बल से ऐसे अल्पायु सत्यवान को भी यमराज के मुख से वापस ले आई और विजय को प्राप्त की। ये हमारे यहाँ नारी शक्ति की पूजा का विधान है। ये वट सावित्री व्रत नारी शक्ति की महिमा को वर्णन करता है।
On this day, Hindu women wake up early and take a bath before sunrise, adorn themselves and get dressed in red saris to perform all rituals of the festival. Hindu women observe fast and offer their prayers to Devi Savitri for their husbands' good health and long life. Married women also worship the banyan tree known as the Vat Vriksha. They offer water and read the Vrat Katha, which is the Indian style of religious storytelling on this day. Some also take a dip in the holy Ganges to purify their soul. As per Hindu mythology, banyan tree symbolized Trimurti, that is Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, and thus worshipping it blesses the one with good fortune.
इसका महत्व है, ये पति के लिए किया जाता है, पति का व्रत होता है। इसमें सब सुहाग का सामान चढ़ाया जाता है और 12 बार फेरी ली जाती है। फिर उसके बाद जो है उसके बाद ही पानी उनी पिया जाता है।
Observed on Jyesht Amavasya, the festival is majorly celebrated in states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab and Haryana. In Maharashtra, Gujarat and southern Indian states, the day is called as Vat Purnima Vrat as it is observed on Jyesht Purnima.
Sufism has entrenched itself at the center of cultural and spiritual life in India. The Union Territory of Jammu&Kashmir serves as the richest reservoir of this tradition, and this can be well witnessed during the Urs of Sufi saints in the region, when people cutting across religious lines gather under one roof. So giving a glimpse of this unique devotional culture, today we take you to the 456 Urs commemoration of Hazrat Baba Hyder Reshi that was recently commemorated in the Anantnag district of Jammu and Kashmir with all COVID-19 precautions. Take a look.
The shrine of Sufi saint Hazrat Baba Hyder Reshi or Resh Maul Sahib, located in the Anantnag district, is an abode of peace and tranquility. People cutting across all religious lines gathered at the shrine to attend the 456th Urs of the holy saint at his mausoleum.
इनका दीनी दरस यही था कि इंसान एक है, इंसान एक आया है, आदम एक है, आदम की औलाद हम हैं और हम एक नस्ल से है, चाहे वो हिंदू हो, चाहे सिख हो, चाहे मुसलमान हो, और यही दरस हम आगे भी चला रहे हैं।
Men, women and children offered special prayers at the shrine and wished that the entire world copes up from the loss suffered due to the COVID-19 pandemic and peace and tranquility prevails. As a mark of devotion towards the Sufi saint, devotees, no matter which caste or religion they belong to, abstain eating meat and meat products for 5 days before the Urs. Forming an integral part of the public ethos for the last several centuries, even today, the Sufi traditions play an important role in the lives of people and connote them with an understanding of the world in all its spiritual dimensions.
माशाल्लाह भाईचारे पे इनका ज़ोर ही पहले से ही रहा है, क्योंकि ये जो वलीउल्लाह का सिलसिला चल रहा है, यहाँ पे जितने भी मुझे भी सोशल मीडिया पे जो गैर मुस्लिम हैं वो भी ऐसे मैसेजेस करते हैं कि ये जो ऋषि पातशाह के ये दिन होते हैं वो भी ये 5 दिन वो भी परहेजगारी में गुजारते हैं, इसमें इक्वल होते हैं, इसमें खासकर मुस्लिम यहाँ पे नहीं मनाते हैं, इसमें नॉन मुस्लिम भी शामिल होते हैं। ये तो बहुत बड़ी मिसाल है भाईचारे की।
The Urs commemoration of the Sufi saint and the number of devotees coming to the shrine clearly indicates that the lesson of humanity and compassion towards all religious communities is still having its roots deeply embedded in the culture and traditions of India.
Now a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
In a unique show of seeking divine intervention to get rid of coronavirus, yoga practitioners in Rameshwaram town of Tamil Nadu state floated in the sea for an hour practicing what they called Jal Yoga or Water Yoga. A resident of Rameshwaram and a yoga practitioner, N.J. Bose, along with another practitioner floated in the sea for an hour chanting Om to appease gods and get rid of the deadly virus.
ராமநாத சாமிக்கு முன்னாடி அக்னிதீர்த்த கரையில் வந்து கடலில் வந்து நாங்கள் ஒரு ஜலயோகா பண்ணி மிதந்து 1 மணி நேரம் மிதந்து ஒரு ப்ரேயர் வச்சு இந்த நாட்டில் வந்து கொரோனா போகணும், கொரோனா அழிஞ்சு போகணும், கொரோனா இல்லாத மக்கள் சுபிச்சமான நல்வாழ்வு வாழணும்.
Water yoga is a thermal aquatic activity which utilizes modified movements and principles of yoga to accommodate people of all fitness levels. This practice typically takes place in a pool wherein the pressure and buoyancy of water provide practitioners with support, simplifying yoga postures for physically challenged individuals. Two women in the western Indian city of Ahmedabad have taken on the task of teaching children from underprivileged backgrounds with no access to online learning, hoping to prevent them from falling off the education radar. Neetu Gupta and Deepti Ravindrabhai Chauhan conduct their classes on the Sabarmati riverfront, famous for being home to India's freedom movement hero Mahatma Gandhi.
Due to pandemic, they don't have any facilities. They're underprivileged. They don't have mobile phones or smartphones, or even though they are not able to operate them properly. So that's why we have conducted these classes and give them a regular exercise so that they will be in touch with the studies. They don't forget anything. We have to attend 80 students every day. We have divided them in such a way that we can attend at least 80 students.
At least 80 students attend these classes every day from grades 3 to 10 in 3 shifts from 7:30 in the morning to 5:45 in the evening. Children attending the outdoor classes say this is the only way they can stay abreast of their studies during the pandemic. A small village in India's western Gujarat state has come up as a model village with being self-reliant in terms of employment, education and other basic facilities. Kunaria is a village constituted by 3 clusters of villagers with a population of about 3,500. The villagers are mostly without any special skills and do not have many natural resources either, making them dependent on farming, animal husbandry and labor.
MGNREG की स्कीम है या गवर्नमेंट की सर्व शिक्षा अभियान स्कीम है, बेटी बचाओ की स्कीम है, ये सारी स्कीमें यहाँ पर लागू हो रही है। जहाँ तक बात है MGNREGA की, तो 4 साल में बहुत से लोगों को हम जो है यहाँ पर रोजगारी दे रहे हैं। MGNREGA से 669 ऐसे हाउस होल्ड हैं जिनको हर साल में 100 से ज़्यादा दिन की रोजगारी मिल रही है और करीब करीब 3 करोड़ की ये रोजगारी हम दे पाए हैं।
Villagers say that their employment was not affected even by deadly second wave of coronavirus. The village is also working on water budgeting for ecological restoration and storing rainwater and rainwater harvesting based on geographical survey.
And next we take you to Bhubaneshwar, city of Odisha, where the Jazba Hasim Abdullah Trust is helping people from all religions with its vision, action against hunger since the last 30 years as a gesture of promoting communal harmony.
It's been said, being human is given, but keeping our humanity is a choice. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought forth several examples of acts that have proved that humanity stands above all castes and religions. A similar example was seen in Bhubaneshwar city of Odisha, where a foundation named Jazba Hasim Abdullah Trust has been feeding the hungry regardless of their caste and religion.
हम लोग का जज्बा का सपना कोई भूखा ना रहे अपना, इस तहत हम लोग काम करते हैं। हम लोग सोचते हैं जैसा हम खाते पीते हैं खुशहाल हैं, उसी हर लोग खाए पिए खुशहाल रहें। अभी 1 साल से कोरोना आ गया है। लास्ट कोरोना पीरियड में ये तो हम सबके लिए नया था, लेकिन हम लोग काफ़ी काम किए हैं। करीब 15-16 हज़ार लोगों को हम लोग सैनिटाइजर दिए हैं, मास्क दिए हैं, PP किट्स दिए हैं, ड्राई राशन दिए, खाना बना के दिए हैं।
Under its initiative, Action Against Hunger and Nobody Should Sleep Without Food, the foundation has been feeding the hungry since the last 1.5 years. With its branch based in the Patia area, the foundation has helped around 16,000 people directly or indirectly by providing them with dry ration or cooked meal. Managed by Safdar Hashim, with the help of his family and friends, the trust has been feeding beggars and other needy people on a regular basis since the last 30 years in Raghurajpur city.
अभी तो जज्बा ट्रस्ट जो है हमारा सहायता करने के लिए तो जो हाथ बढ़ रहे तो हम चल रहे हैं। हमको जज्बा ट्रस्ट राशन 1 महीना तक पहला बार दिया था, वो तो बार बार राशन दिया था, हमारा आवश्यक तक राशन दिया था जज्बा ट्रस्ट।
It is initiatives like these that prove that there is nothing on earth divine except humanity and standing together for the needy in difficult times.
Raghurajpur, a village in India's eastern state of Odisha, is well known for being an artisan village. Home to over 300 artists, this village is no less than an open-air arts gallery and occupies a prominent position in the cultural map of the country. Lately, it turned into an art camp, which is otherwise held in state's capital, Bhubaneshwar, but in the wake of the pandemic was taken to the doorstep of artists. Have a look.
After sitting idle for months due to COVID, about 150 artisan families of Raghurajpur have embarked on a unique task of adorning the walls of their houses with vibrant scenes from Hindu epics and folk stories. The idea of turning the outer walls and doors of each house into canvas was executed by Odisha Lalit Kala Academy with the help of Odisha Mining Corporation in the form of a 5-day camp in the village. Though art camps are usually organized at Bhubaneshwar, where artisans are invited, but this time, in view of COVID-19, the camp was taken to their doorstep. Once the camp is over, 5 best works will be selected for awards. Moreover, the Academy has also decided to provide Rs 10,000 remuneration to each family.
This is a mural artist camp where we took 150 houses. They will do their painting in their own house. They don't come to outside, and only they will do in their own house, so that the academy already fixed an remuneration around 10,000 rupees for each artisan family, and we around up to 16 this camp will continue. So we hope when the COVID will, after the lockdown, when the tourists will come to visit to Odisha, and especially for the Puri, and they will go and see how the beautiful looks changes in the Raghurajpur, and I hope each and every artist also think about that. Our paintings will be welcomes after COVID to the tourists.
Located in the Puri district, Raghurajpur is popularly known as the first heritage crafts village of Odisha. There are over 9 types of handicrafts made over here, like wooden toys, stone carvings, palm leaf painting, paper mache, among which Patta Chitra tops the list. This ancient form of art is a closed-base scroll painting featuring religious themes. Though the village is already popular among tourists, especially the art lovers, but now its completely different look will be a treat to their eyes.
फ्यूचर में तो हमारे जो अगले जो कोविड जाने के बाद जो टूरिस्ट आएंगे एक नया गांव का लुक देखेंगे, मतलब पेंटिंग है जो हमारा जो पेंटिंग हुआ सबका घर घर हुआ है ना, इसको देखने पड़ेगा ना, अलग कुछ चीज़ें मिला है गांव रघुराजपुर के जाने के लिए, देखने के लिए बहुत अलग अलग चीज़ सबका दरवाजा में काम हो रहा है, थोड़ा वो आएंगे तो और किसी को भी बता पाएंगे.
In 2000, Raghurajpur became the first village in the state to be given the status of heritage village by INTAC, the Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage. And soon it was developed as a crafts village, having commissioned work on the walls of artists' homes, making it no less than a living museum. Tourists, both domestic as well as foreign, started visiting the village, making it a popular tourist destination, which further helped in improving the economic status of the villagers. But COVID-19 gave a major blow to their livelihood as everything came to a standstill. The initiatives by Odisha Lalit Kala Academy has again turned the artisans hopeful and has given a new lease of life both to them as well as their artworks.
हम लोग विदेश जाते थे, बाहर जाते थे घूमने के लिए, हमारा क्राफ्ट लेके जाते थे बेचने के लिए, हम भी वो सब बंद हो गए हैं. हम इधर उधर किधर नहीं जा पा रहे. ये गांव में बैठ के कितना दिन इंतज़ार करेंगे ये कोविड की वजह से बहुत लोग ये काम छोड़ के बाहर के काम में भी चले गए हैं. तो ये काम में और इंटरेस्ट नहीं रह रहे. इसको और बढ़ावा देने के लिए कल्चर डिपार्टमेंट इसको कुछ नया तरीका से बना के इसको लेकर आया है, जो आर्टिजन को खुशी लग रहा है काम करने में.
It is said in Raghurajpur, talent is born and nurtured in every single household. Every villager here deeply believes in the fact they are born into this world to create magic with their fingers and imagination.
Next, we bring you a few short stories about the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our section, World in Focus.
The invention of drones is being helpful in providing a clearer and a natural view of the cities, including the dangerous spots. This promising future of drone is pushing Japanese people to go to private schools for learning to become a drone pilot. The courses are so easy that mere training of 2 days can make the person an amateur pilot. Reaching to the professional level takes 4 more days.
今後の仕事の事業展開の一環としてまずは資格を取得するということで考えております。建物の高いところの点検だとか人が物に登って見なければいけないところ、そこを低い安全な場所で確認するという作業に使おうと思っています。
Japan's property law considers the air up to 300 meters high to be owned by the owner of the property. Thus, the property owner can object the passage of drone, which usually fly at an altitude of no more than 150 meters. It is the reason for the idea of renting owner's air. Some companies are now operating air corridor along route between post office, shopping centers, hospital and village in need of delivery services. For every 3 seconds, it can earn few US cents. With these airplanes expected to be crowded with drones, the owners of the property in Japan can actually see that money is falling from the sky. The Dragon Boat Festival has fascinated the vast Chinese public with myriad events blending folk culture with fashion trends, including intensive application of innovative means involving 5G network and immersive interactions, which is empowering the traditional festival with strong modern sense. In Zhengzhou, capital city of central China's Henan province, the first domestic panoramic and immersive theatre-themed park is opened to the public as greeting the holiday.
将这个我们之前学的一些书本上的东西，将它更活化了，尤其是它这样一个穿越剧的这个过程，更全面的、全方位的去了解这样的一个历史人物。
In the intangible cultural heritage area of the park, parents and children work together to make wood block for New Year prints, sashes to mark the Dragon Boat Festival, and clothed tigers, experiencing the charm of traditional Chinese culture. Suzhou city in East China's Jiangsu province has a tradition of dragon boat racing during the festival. Unlike previous years, a sailing tournament was held in the city this year. There were not only rice dumplings and salted duck eggs served in the race area, but also folk custom items with Dragon Boat Festival elements such as tiger-toed shoes and hats on display.
无论是龙舟也好，还是帆船也好，通过平时的训练，到最终还是要通过竞赛的形式来提高自身的水平的，体现了一种拼搏向上的感觉。对一个节日的纪念。 和对一个这种传承也好，我认为是非常有帮助意义的。
Combining tradition and fashion, the race attracted more than 60 sailing enthusiasts from the Yangtze River Delta, of whom the youngest was only 6 years old. NYK is a global transport company that has been a major contributor in the world economy and has helped improving the quality of life for people around the globe. The motto of NYK Group mission, bringing value to life. The group has announced the NYK Group ESG story, which declared the policy of United Management Strategy of ESG in February 2021.
この ESG あるいは SDGs といったものがですね、この時代の要請、社会の要請であることは間違いないですし、さらにね、21世紀の後半、あるいは22世紀に向けてですね、今いる我々がしっかり取り組まなきゃいけない課題だと、こういう認識でいるわけですね。環境のところで一番分かりやすいんで、そちらの方からお話をしますと、やはり脱炭素ということが今求められているわけですよね。政府も 46% 30年から50年にはゼロカーボンと、こういったことも言ってますし、世界中の主要国がそういった流れである。その流れの中でね、我々今まで大量の化石燃料を使用して事業を行ってきたわけで、どういった形で削減できるんだろうと。最終的にはね、やはり CO2 を出さない燃料を使っていくしかないんで、いわゆる化石燃料から発生したアンモニアであったり水素じゃなくてね、純粋にゼロカーボンの燃料を使っていかないといけない。大きな流れとしては2つの流れを考えてて、既存の技術で燃料としてはガスがありますから LNG であったり LPG を燃料としている 船を増やしていこう。船の大きさによっては LNG だけにできないとかありますんで、そういった船はね、既存の技術で少しでも線形を変えたり、いろんなエンジンを良くしたりしてですね、減らしていこう。もう一つはですね、この新燃料、水素、アンモニアから電池、こういったものに向けてね、いろんな機関と提携をして、勉強し開発していこうと、こういうことを考えている。例えば自動車専用船、自動車を運ぶ船、これ我々120、30隻ぐらい動かしてるんですけれども、新しい船については全てガス先にしていくと、こういうことは決めてますんで、そういうことを一個一個やっていくと。で一方でその長期ビジョンを広く意見を集めてもらった形で作ってもらって、そして具体的なロードマップができていくんじゃないか。
The NYK Group's guiding principles for the future will contribute to the world's environment and people.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@ani.com. I'm your host, Karim, and it's goodbye from the entire production team.